How to use the onboard air compressor in your all-new 2025 or newer Toyota 4Runner. Select trims of the all-new 2025 or newer Toyota 4Runner come available or standard with a built-in air compressor located on the right side of the cargo area. All vehicles equipped with this system come with an air compressor kit, which also includes a user manual and air hose. Now, I highly recommend reading through the user manual just one time to familiarize yourself with the system, but overall it is fairly easy to use and navigate. To power on the air compressor, the vehicle first needs to be powered on and the electronic parking brake engaged. Next, press the power button on the air compressor just one time. You will see a disclaimer pop up. Press the start-stop button to accept and continue on. Now, the default mode of the compressor upon startup is automatic inflate and deflate. This means the system will automatically detect the current pressure and automatically inflate or deflate that tire or other item you have connected to the set pressure you have on the compressor. Now, this process takes about 4 to 5 seconds for the system to activate once both ends of the hose are connected. Now, I'd highly recommend setting the target pressure prior to connecting both ends of the hose, as this process is automatic and starts so quickly. The target pressure can easily be adjusted using the up and down arrows on the unit itself. Now, the next main function is preset. This is a quick way to access up to 7 different user preset pressures simply by pressing the preset button to cycle through all the different preset options. These come set at a default pressure within the settings, but can be adjusted up or down, which we will cover a little bit later in this video. Once you select a target pressure from the preset list, pressing the start-stop button will activate that target pressure and an inflate or deflate the tire or other item to that set pressure. Finally, the menu button is where you'll have access to several different settings, including measure, which reads the current pressure after both ends of the hose have been connected. Presets allow you to change the quick access presets that we did just mention. To do this, scroll down to the desired preset, press start stop, then use the arrows up and down to change the pressure to the desired set pressure. Once finished, press the start stop button once more, and this allows you to navigate to either the next preset or back to the main menu. Units allows you to change the unit pressure between PSI, bar, and kPa. Manual inflate and deflate allows you to manually start-stop the inflation or deflation process. There is no automatic stop or start functionality, so basically once you press the start button one time, it will start, and once you press the start-stop button again, it will stop. Lastly, settings allows you to adjust the power port settings, language of the display, the brightness, as well as check the current system information. But overall, this is likely not going to be a frequent adjustment, but it is nice that they do allow you to change not only the language, but also the brightness of display, as well as the 12-volt and USB charge port settings. Now, before using the system, simply connect the larger end of the hose to the compressor by firmly pushing it into place. Now, make sure it is fully seated, as it can easily become disconnected once air flows through the system. And lastly, connect the smaller end of the hose to the valve stem on the tire by threading it into place. You will hear a little bit of air start to flow out of the tire during this process, but that is completely normal. Okay, so now that you guys know a little bit more about how the air compressor works, let's go ahead and do a trial run and see how long it might take to do all 4 tires on the 4Runner. So they're currently sitting at 38 PSI, relatively cold. Let's go ahead and deflate them down to 25 PSI, which might be an example. Say you want to air down for a little bit of off-roading or trail running, and then you want to re-inflate them at the end of the day. Yes, I know 38 PSI is about 5 PSI above the door jam recommendation, but that's what I've been running over the last couple days. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and do a 13 PSI swing on all 4 tires, see just how long it takes, and this can give you guys a baseline as to, if you want to air down a little bit more than that or air up to a similar amount, vice versa, whatever it might be. 13 PSI swing, all 4 tires. Let's go ahead and run it. Start the timer right now. Take the pouch out of the back. Go ahead and power up the air compressor here. Make sure the valve is put on all the way. Make sure it clicks. We'll hit accept. Now, I do have the preset set at 25, which is a little bit of a cheat. All right, hit start. It's deflating. Easy as that. I mean, it takes just about a minute to get everything hooked up and starting the process. Really not bad at all. And because this is automatic, you simply have to preset it once. It'll get this tire to the correct pressure, unscrew it, take it to the next one, and it will automatically start the process because it takes about 5 seconds to sense what pressure that's at, and it'll automatically inflate or deflate depending on the pressure you have set on the air compressor. Probably see the sidewall flexing a little bit here. Oh yeah, pretty darn cool. All right, done. So on to the next one. Like I said, this should automatically start. There it goes, you can hear it. Before I even got back to the compressor here, it's already deflating. That's one of the coolest things about this air compressor is just how automatic the process is. Basically, you don't even have to do anything. You just set it one time, either the preset or manually use the arrows, and the thing does it automatically. Yes, there are manual inflate and deflate, so there's no, I guess, limit or automatic stop except at the emergency tiers, but you know, I think the average person will just use the automatic functionality, and if you need to use the manual, it's got it. You just got to go into the menus and select what you want to do. All right, we'll run around to this side. Feel how cold the hose is from some of the moisture coming out of the air in the tires. Way, way quicker than using a handheld air compressor, maybe even some aftermarket ones out there. I haven't really got my hands on too many aftermarket type deals, but the fact that, well, I guess you could use it with the onboard power if you want an aftermarket one, but to have that built in, I think it's definitely worth the money, especially if you do a lot of off-roading. 25.6 and, all right, complete. So now we'll go to preset, and then we'll go back up to 38, since that's what I started with. See how long it takes to inflate one. Oh, this looks like pretty darn quick. It's really not that loud either, which is very cool. Boom, complete. All right, let's go to the next one. Like I said, this is all automatic, so I'll hook it up and it'll automatically start. Can't get any simpler than that. Oh, went a little bit too high. Cool, that was cool. And there is an overheat protection or an over temperature, as well as I think a 60 PSI cutoff or something like that on this particular unit. I don't expect, given the ambient conditions and then the amount we're doing, to overheat it in this situation, but assuming that is possible, it will automatically probably cut it off, wait for it to cool down, and then resume operation once it gets back to a safe operating temperature. But everything's going good so far. You can see this tire's getting filled up. Sidewall's flexing a little bit less. Oh, did I mention all of this is occurring? The engine's not even running at the front of the vehicle. It is turned on, running in the hybrid operation. So this is all coming from the high voltage battery. Anybody got any guesses? I'm gonna guess it feels like it's gonna be exceeding 10 minutes. 10 minutes though is nothing when you think about it, especially when you divide that out into before deflating, running the trail, then another 5, 6, 7 minutes, whatever it might be, inflating the tires after you get done running the trail. I mean, that is absolutely nothing. I mean, it takes more time just to get your equipment out a lot of times, unless it's already, prepared, ready to go. Engine just kicked on and we're done right there, so cut. So there you guys have it. That's exactly how long it took here to deflate the tires 13 PSI and then re-inflate them 13 PSI using the onboard air compressor here in the 2025 Toyota 4Runner. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video and or found this how-to helpful, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out additional content I have here on this 2025 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro and TRD Off-Road Premium already posted and live here on the channel. But I think this is one of the coolest features about the 2025 4Runner for sure.